this is as close to a game as you're going to get to the real thing. I mean, at some points when you're on the field playing sort of real football and you see nobody there, and the way it sounds, the way it feels, is it just really amazing to think that this is what it's going to be like in 2 weeks when you play the Steelers?
Kind of got the back half of that question, you're a little low, but from what I understand what you asked was, how does it feel? How did it feel to be there? I remember there's one point on sideline, me and Evan looked at each other and said, wow, like we're really in a pandemic. Like we look at the coaches have masks on. There's no fans there. Obviously, we have tremendous fans, and we would love for them to be there, but we know what's going on in the world, especially with COVID going on right now too. And that's just not the case what can be. But I think the team did a really good job of giving us a feel of what it's going to be like when we have to go out there in 2 weeks or so on Monday night, and hopefully we'll be able to go out there and execute.
Just curious, when you come out, what did you want to get out of tonight personally? And was it a strange feeling to run behind two completely different units tonight? It seemed like one series you were with the one group, and then the next series you were with another group. I'm just curious how that affects you when your linemen are completely different.
It doesn't affect me at all, to be honest. I know I kind of was told before I was only going to get the first half, so I knew I was rotating with both groups I was going in, try to get some plays, try to get some runs in. We didn't know how exactly I was going to go because in football, you never know how many plays you're going to get with the drive. I think Coach did a really good job of rotating us and, getting the real feel. Obviously, it's never going to be what it's going to be exactly on game day. But for me, running behind both groups, I love it. You get to mesh well with all those guys and get to run behind all those guys. And you never know, at some point during the season, especially during this year, you never know who's going to be up there. So you got to try to take advantage of every opportunity you get.
Just as a quick follow-up, were you surprised on that one run, the one pass to the one side of the screen, that the rookie Haycraft was out in front of you? It seemed like he was running with you step for step.
Yeah, he came to me and said, great job setting up the block. And I was just like, you did a great job moving too. So, he's been doing well, but not only him, all the offensive line been improving and working every single day. And really as an offense and as a team, we've been working every single day trying to improve.
I know it's only a scrimmage, but does only putting 3 points on the board as a first-string offense bother you at this juncture, given that you do have to be ready in 2 weeks for the Steelers?
To be completely honest, no. That's scrimmage, that's practice. You're practicing to get better and trying to improve and be ready to execute when that situation does come. Fortunate for us, it's 2 weeks, and I'm glad that we're now at the point that we need to be. Every single week you got to grow and get better. But putting up 3 points, to be honest, defense did a heck of a job also too. We made our plays, but it wasn't even like bringing it down to the ground. It wasn't even live. So no concern for me. I know it's no concern for our team. I think all three phases of the game, we improved and we got better today.
Thanks.
Jordan?
Hey, Saquon. Now that you actually did play in an empty building, what do you think you're going to lose from not having fans there? And what was most surprising to you, basically, of the ambiance that was there, the music and the noise that they kind of pumped in?
It kind of felt like practice. I think, that's kind of going to be the vibe that's going to be for the season. Hopefully we are able to find something that will be able to bring fans back by the end of the season. But that's what it's kind of going to be. And it felt like practice. You go out there with your teammates. You got music going. You go out there and you just try to get better. Obviously, there's no fans there. It's definitely going to be different. You said what you miss. Anytime you make that big play and you hear those fans roar, you get that energy from them also. Fans do play a big part in the game, especially for me, coming from Penn State and coming to New York. For me personally, I've always had great fans. But now you got to find that spark in yourself. And to be honest, that's why you do it. You love this game. You wake up every single day and be able to play the game you love since you're a little kid. So go out there and have fun with it, whether there's fans or not.
Obviously, no one's going to overreact to an inter-squad scrimmage or even if this was just a first preseason game. But the reality is you don't have much time this summer to fix whatever problems you guys find on the film. Does that concern you that, this was sort of the last scrimmage you'll have? And do you believe there is enough time to get everything right in time for opening night?
Yeah, I do believe there's enough time. I don't think, I don't want to speak on behalf of every other team, but I don't think any team in the NFL is at the point where they want to be. That's the reason for preseason, to get better and improve. And when that opportunity does come, you're more than ready. But yeah, so I don't think there's anything to panic. I don't think there's anything to panic. There's going to be mistakes that was made today that you go back and you watch it on film and you're able to fix it in practice. And those mistakes, if they're not happening on that Monday night or that Sunday, then it really doesn't matter.
Dougie? Hey, Saquon. First one, what was it like to have your coach challenge a play that would have taken yards away from you?
At first I was a little confused for the challenge, but, every yard counts. For me, I got to just be more aware of the sideline, know where I'm at, have a presence on the field, and, try to make those yards because, like I said, every yard counts in this game of football.
And then on a more serious note, when we talked to you guys yesterday, you were going to have a meeting, later in the day. Just curious how that went. Anything come of that?
We talked. We kind of came up with an idea. There's not like what we did. Is that like a thing? No. What we did is that like it's on video. So then we came out and kind of came up with an idea what we want to do, and we wanted to focus on justice and change and be able to challenge other people and showing this community that we stand with them. So we were able to go out there as a team and kind of get the message across. And, that's not the only thing that we want to do. We've been doing things within our teams of giving back and really focusing on our community and focusing on things that we feel like that can help change what's going on in this world. And we kind of wanted to have that message to challenge other people to step up too and rise to the challenge.
Oh, so that pregame video, did you record that in the last 24 hours?
Yep.
Thanks.
Last question here, Rob.
Saquon, I wanted to ask you about a running back from the Bronx and the Big Ten named Javon Leake, who's kind of followed in your footsteps a little bit. Have you been able to connect with him because of that shared heritage?
Not only because of that. Javon, he's awesome. He's a great dude. He comes to work every single day. He's a heck of a player. I think he's been showing up. He's been doing well. I'm proud of him. But not only him, the running back room. We're very competitive, and we all come in every single day and try to compete to try to get the best out of each other. And I think we've been doing that, starting with our coaches, with Coach Byrne and Steve.
Have you been able to figure out how far away you guys grew up in the Bronx?
No. Well, actually, that's a conversation that I should bring up. I do know he's from New York. I do know he's from the Bronx, but we never really kind of got into that.